Hey everyone, let's have a little chat about burnt sugar. I really don't think I understood the book, or it's just not good. The story is mostly a story about a mother and daughter in the past and the present, their relationship, especially now that the mother is getting Alzheimer's and starting to forget things. The book is set up in a way that we flip between the present, where we see the relationship in the present, the mother deteriorating, and the life of the daughter, all told from the daughter's perspective. All of that is interspersed with episodes from the past. They're always dated, so we're in 1981 or 1986 and so on. And we get the events that happen to mostly the daughter in that time. So everything is told from the daughter's perspective. And we, of course, don't know the mother's motivations, only what the daughter thinks of the motivations. In the beginning, I really enjoyed the novel. The first half, it's about 240 pages or so. So the first 100 pages, I was really invested. I was interested in the story. I could see how this was a comment on the relationship of the mother-daughter, also a comment on how the daughter was always trying to look on the internet to find fixes and going to the doctors and presenting them with ideas and how the doctors reacted. I thought it was also a comment on how the mother kept forgetting things and the daughter tried to remind her. But there were situations where it became obvious that the daughter remembered things that really wasn't the mother. And I remember a good conversation with the daughter and the grandmother, where the grandmother told her, but that wasn't your mother, or maybe your mother wants to forget things. And I really thought the book would go into that direction more. But in the second half, things seemed to get lost more and more. And I ended up not really understanding what the book wanted to tell me. It tried to either do too many things, or it kept putting in random things that didn't show up later. There was, for example, the constant mentioning of nipples of other women, observationally, not in any erotic or sexual or any commentary way. It was mostly just, I could see her nipples. Why was that there? Or that one mention how her best friend fingered her in a bathroom one day, that never gets discussed between them or ever again what that meant to her or anything. And I don't know if that was just there so she could call her friend bisexual later in comparing a situation, sort of like a rabbi, a priest, and a horse enter a bar joke style. And it didn't make any sense to me. More and more when reading, I thought it was really showing how selfish both mother and daughter were as mothers and also as persons, that they didn't think of other people as much. They always interpreted things in their way, wanted things their way, and especially the daughter. In the beginning, she kept always complaining how the mother mishandled her, mistreated her, was mean to her. And we see more and more of that in the flashbacks. But we also see how mean the daughter is to her mother now and also in the past. There are a few things where the motivations aren't clear, other than hurting the other. And that is something that I noticed more and more throughout the book, that there's a lot of pain that the daughter feels, and she wants everyone else to feel the pain too. She's not lighthearted. She feels she deserves to be in pain, and she wants sort of revenge for it. And the mother-daughter relationship throughout the book all the time already felt very dependent and kind of not healthy. And I feel that at the end, what I took away is that neither the mother nor the daughter understand how love works. Love for them feels like a dependency. Not even talking about the other characters involved, other relationships with the daughter and her husband, or the mother and her husband, and other things. There's a lot in there for 240 pages, and a lot doesn't make any sense because it's either not evoking any emotions in me or the characters, in my opinion, or it just doesn't go anywhere. And at the end, I thought it started off well. It could have gone in a very interesting direction, but what was left when I was finished reading the book was a lot of confusion, a lot of dislike for the characters, and misunderstanding or not understanding what it was about. And that's where you come in. Tell me in comments what you understood of the novel. How was your experience reading it? Did you enjoy it? Did you understand things? If you understood any of the things that I mentioned that confused me, tell me in comments. And let's discuss Burnt Sugar. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.